welcome to the maiden edition of Eurofoot on Sports World TV. This is whereby we are going to give analysis about the various the top European League matches that are going to come on this weekend. As we are going to do, we have experts here who are also going to give us in-depth and objective analysis about the game. On my right hand is Prince Adujemfi. Prince, welcome.
Oh, thank you very much.
And Kobe, Jesse. Kobe, welcome to the
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I am Patrick also as your host for that with the two leagues that are going to begin this weekend, the French Ligue 1 and the English Premiership, as we can also call it, the Barclays Premier League. Prince and Kobe, welcome once again.
Thank you.
The football family has been very tasty for quite a very long time, since the football league ended for about 2 or 3 months ago. And the moment football is back, it looks like life is back for we the football loving people. Yeah. So without taking much time, we will start with the Barclays Premier League. The big game for the Barclays Premier League that's going to open the matches, Manchester United, Tottenham. Prince, are you quite surprised that such a game is going to open the league tomorrow?
Oh, not really. I'm not a bit surprised because it's a fixture, and a fixture, any match can begin or start the league season. And I think that with Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur being the first game to open or launch the season, I think it's a fantastic match that we are about to witness. Looking at the match, I think that
we will come on the match. Let me go back. It looks like you are moving faster than we are.
Yeah.
Manchester United, Tottenham. Prince claims that it is going to be a fantastic game. How do you see such a game?
Well, just like my colleague said, Manchester United has been, let's say, like off the league season for let's say like 2 consecutive seasons, and I think they are now picking their pieces up with they moving from Sir Alex Ferguson leaving the scene. David Moyes came, things wasn't that good. Somebody would say he wasn't given that much time to, let's say, like gel or like make any impact on the team. But then he was sacked. Van Gaal took over during the ending of their last 2 seasons. The main boss, as he calls himself, winner here, winner ahead of him, he was able to at least deliver. They wanted to be in the Champions League spot. They claimed it, and now they are going into the season proper. I don't think they would have any excuses if they should falter this time around.
They would have any excuses if they should falter around, as Kobe said. Prince, back to you. What do you see Manchester United? How did you see Manchester United during the pre-season?
I think that
Manchester United, both Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur.
I think that with them, I'll start with Manchester United. With Manchester United, they have made some few additions, and they have let some few players go, especially the record signing Angel Di Maria. He came in, and then at the beginning of last year he was performing well, but injury came in, and then he couldn't find his form, so he has left the club. But apart from that, Manchester United have also made an inclusion of
we will go to that one, the transfer, but let us look at their pre-season. How did you see their pre-season performance, both Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur?
I think that with Manchester United, they were able to play, and I think that they did very well. They were able to try their players, and I think that with facing Barcelona and facing PSG and other teams, they were able to put their team into shape, because during their final game against
now you have to rate Manchester United for their pre-season performance over 100%.
I am not bad, so I'll give them maybe 65%.
65%. Some. Thank you very much. 65%. What about Tottenham Hotspur?
With Tottenham Hotspur, I didn't have quite time to watch their preseason, but recently they featured in the Audi Cup, and then they played some 2 key matches, and they were able to sail through with Inter Milan. The AC Milan rather, they were able to beat AC Milan on 2 goals, and I think that with that win, it could boost their their morale entering into the new season too. I think that overall, Tottenham also, I'll give them maybe 65 or 70%.
So you give Manchester United 65, Tottenham 65.
Please, the reason I gave Manchester United 65 was that they made so many inclusion and introduction, new faces. So they are yet to settle into the team. So
we will come to the team. We will come to the team. Kobe, Prince has given us his opinion about the preseason, how it's going to be, as the teams fared at the preseason, how it's going to be for them as the league begins. Tomorrow, Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. The good old Trafford. What's your take on that match?
As we used to call it, the theatre of dreams, and now it turned out to be a theatre of nightmares. Because that dream was no more.
I think the Manchester United fans are not going to forgive you.
I understand. I know the Manchester United faithfuls could really understand what I'm talking about, because they were losing some vital matches that a whole United wouldn't have lost. Sometime back when they scored that place, the fast track, the theatre of dreams, it was no longer there, because some teams like how do you call it, Swansea could beat them. This is something that was never going to be happening.
But basically, this is a new season.
That's it.
New life, 2015-2016 season.
Cool.
The moment we all have been waiting for. So, how would you assess such a match? Manchester United versus
Tottenham Hotspur. I watched United pre-season matches. San Jose Earthquakes, Club America, Barcelona, then down to PSG. The only match that they lost. They lost the only game to PSG. And that was where the real test was. You could see they were still vulnerable, especially their defense. The goal Ibrahimovic scored, he initiated the attack, he gave a pass, he never stopped, he kept running, the pass came and nobody was there. There was no defender tackling or anything. Just as it happened last season, they were doing a lot of makeshift. A lot of makeshift was happening, because you could see, how do you call it, delay blend being played at the left back of defense. Sometimes he'll be in the defensive midfield role and he'll be reverted back to the defense. I don't think it was something that was really helping Manchester United.
So you think Manchester United should get a substantive central defender?
Somebody that you call he is a central defender.
And on a good day, everybody could predict if he is fit, he's going to play that match. So right now we have taken a look at the match for the Manchester United side. You have talked about their defense.
I think that is their major problem. Throughout the preseason, you could see they were playing some lovely football.
What about their midfield? They have made some fantastic signings. Let's not forget, for the Manchester defense, they have Damian, the guy from Italy.
Matthew Damian. I was coming to him. He was one player who actually impressed me. At a point in time, Louis van Gaal saying he was going to play second fiddle to Antonio Valencia, whom I don't see as a real right back. Sometimes he could make some mistakes that would cost the team, especially in the FA Cup. He gifted a goal to Danny Welbeck. It was something like he was appreciating him
giving him a thank you.
That is it. He was somehow giving him a thank you at Old Trafford, which a real defender wouldn't do that. Raphael has moved on to a new life to Lyon. I think he is one guy that I actually loved.
We will come to Raphael when we go to the
transfer stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have talked about
United are they were playing some lovely football, like I'm saying, some lovely interplay, especially in the midfield. You could see Morgan Schneiderlin doing some. He scored his first goal on his debut. It was a fantastic goal. He scored a goal. Bastian Schweinsteiger, a lot of people will be doubting whether he can cope with the pace of the Premiership. But I'm saying if he should be playing at the position that he knows to play best, I think he can deliver. And with the other players separating him,
Bastian Schweinsteiger, let's not forget, he's an injury-prone player.
He is an injury-prone player. Like I'm saying, he should get the cover. If he doesn't get that cover and everything is being left for him to be doing that alone, I'm sorry, because Premiership is a pacey league with a lot of strength. I like the way Memphis Depay is saying, I can do this, I can do that, give me the number 7 shirt, and now it has been handed over to him. I want to see Memphis Depay make an impact.
The very dangerous number 7 shirt that
George Best, Cantona, how do you call it, David Beckham, and the almighty Cristiano Ronaldo.
Good. So we are done with the midfield. What about their attack? Their front line.
The front line, that is one place that is a bit questionable too. Van Gaal again is doing that same try and error kind of stuff that he did last season. This season, I don't want to see him play Memphis Depay direct. He is a wing guy who has the skill and everything. He is somebody who would want to get the ball, move towards the defender, let him face the defender. But if he's having the ball with his back facing the defenders, I'm sorry, he can't be giving out his best. What we saw him do, scoring 22 goals in 30 matches at PSV Eindhoven, I think he should be played in his most preferable position, and I think he will deliver at Manchester United.
Memphis Depay, Rooney leading the attack.
That's one thing that is good.
It's been a long time since we saw Rooney
up front. So you need let's say an out and out striker, a real out and out striker to be playing with Wayne Rooney. It pains me to see how do you call it, Christian Benteke at least even moving to Liverpool.
Why?
Because listen, he is going to give them what they were missing.
But he's going to Liverpool and he's going to give Liverpool to
what they were missing.
Like
I'm saying, Van Gaal needs a bullish, at least a bullish striker. Somebody, a direct number 9.
Basically saying it pains you
because United,
I think you are a United fan.
Oh
because Liverpool is going to enjoy the service of him.
Patrick, I do understand you very well. I'm saying that because he said, the reason why I'm saying that was he was somehow a bit adamant that he was not going to get playing time at United. That is why he opted for Liverpool. That's why I'm saying it pains.
Okay. So for the front line of United, you have named Memphis Depay and Rooney in your starting lineup.
Yeah.
Any other
I think
player?
I'm hoping, and I think they would want to sign Pedro Rodriguez Ledesma from Barcelona. He is a fantastic footballer. Somebody can predict whether he's a left-footed or he's a right-footed.
We can't talk about Pedro now because
he's not yet a United player.
Yeah.
When I get that.
And Chicharito.
I don't know why Manchester United would still want to sell him.
He's back.
He's back. I can confidently or somehow say he might be moving out of United.
Okay, that was Kobe. He says Chicharito might be moving out of United, and he has given us a fantastic lineup. Friends, what's your take on the United team before we come to the Tottenham team? Yeah, Tottenham was first side.
What I think about the United is that with the United, because they have made some inclusion, don't forget that with the United, let me take for the first now. I'll first pick their goalkeeper because every team it begins at the back. That is the number one. That is the goalie. So I'll start with the goalkeeper. They have David De Gea, who had fantastic season last year. He was phenomenal last year. He did extremely well. And I think that with the controversy surrounding him playing and not being allowed to go, I think that it has a little bit unsettled him, and it's not in the right state of mind. So
he has, excuse me to cut you, he has even been sidelined for the game against Tottenham Hotspur.
So
he's not going to be in the post.
Okay.
So
because of his contract issues.
Yeah, a lot of issues surrounding him.
So then Lindegaard is going to take the post.
No, Lindegaard also might be. I think John Stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that aside, I think that United, if they are not getting De Gea in for this season, I think that there will be a little bit hole there, because last year the performance he displayed, I think that it will be difficult for a new goalkeeper to fill those shoes. So I think that they should start looking at elsewhere so that they can get maybe equally good goalkeeper who can fit into the shoes of David De Gea. And coming on to the defense, I think that last year, the main problem of Manchester was centre back. And the problem I had with David Van Gaal was that he was shifting most of the players, and what I didn't like most was that he was trying to play 3 at the back. Meanwhile, you don't have the people, unlike Juventus, who are very good.
Do you think he's going to go on with that kind of tactical display?
I doubt.
So what tactical formation do you think Van Gaal is going to go?
Recently, I heard him say that he's going for 4-3-3. 4-3-3. That is the format he's going to use for this season, and that is why he brought in Demian.
Okay.
And I think that defender too is very, he has good quality, and he had good.
Okay, so are you on the same page as Cobb gave his tactical formation, how the players are going to line up? Do you agree with Kobe, or you have some exceptions?
I do not have so many exceptions. I agree to him. I agree with him in many ways. Saying that with Demian, it will be very good for him so that the right side of the defense is sealed. But with the centre back, I don't know whether he's going to play.
Quickly, let's go to the Tottenham side and look at their setup, their tactical display. Mauricio Pochettino's side last season, even though he had a fantastic season at Southampton before moving to Tottenham Hotspur, he didn't have that kind of enthusiasm in the Tottenham team like he had in Tottenham. In Tottenham team like he had in Southampton. So how do you see this side when Mauricio Pochettino is coming in for his second season as a Tottenham coach?
I think that with him in charge and entering into a new season, I think that he will do, because getting at the latter stage of last season, he picked up some good points. He was winning some matches, and I think that his team did well. And with a new striker in the shape of Kane, he really impressed me.
Harry Kane,
so I didn't expect
one of the fantastic lads we saw in the Premiership last season.
I didn't expect him, because we had Roberto Soldado there, we have Adebayo there, but with the coach having confidence in Kane, and he proving that confidence right, I think that with him up front, I think that this season Tottenham is in for business. And
so then tomorrow, God willing, Man U against Tottenham, what will be your prediction?
I'm going to that. I think that with the addition Man United have made, and with the character Man United having the pressure on Man United to deliver, I think that if they want to really make a statement that they are really contenders for this is the real test. This is the match they should use to prove to the whole world that they are really contending trophies this season. And I will go in for Manchester United, and I wouldn't be surprised if
a win for Manchester United.
Wow. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham are able to pull some surprises and then push the game to draw. I wouldn't be surprised. But for Man United win.
Okay, Kobe. Prince says Manchester United win. Tottenham side. Just a little bit about the Tottenham team, and we go to Scotland.
Thank you. I watched Tottenham versus MLS All Stars. They really never started the game well, and they were 2 goals down at the early stages. I'm telling you, should they be repeating that kind of thing? I wouldn't even want to see Tottenham even in the first half of the league, if they should be playing symbolically as they did against the MLS All Stars.
Some people will say it was just a
pre-season. I understand. That same pre-season prepares you for the league ahead.
So do you think Tottenham could pull a surprise?
Because listen, Tottenham have lost players like Paulinho, Louis Holtby, Etienne Capoue, Benjamin Stambouli, a player that I had never even seen him play. But I watched him play against Manchester United, and he was a fantastic player. So I don't see why they let him go without no like a lot of additions or replacements. Only Toby Alderweireld, the player who came loaned to Southampton, but then reverted back to Atletico. A fantastic season. Yeah. But then right now he's at Tottenham Hotspur. I know Kyle Walker has been facing a lot of problems at the right back, so I think that void is going to be filled right now.
He's a utility player. He can also play at any position.
Yes, that is it. The back line. Sometimes even like a bit, let's say like playing at the number 7 role or something. He can be doing all those kind of things very well. But I don't see any striker aside Harry Kane. I'm not seeing any other striker.
So, do you get what will be your prediction for the game?
Listen, Tottenham Hotspur, they have not won at Old Trafford. Let's say like in their 23 visits to Old Trafford, they've lost. They've lost 18. They've lost 18 of their 23 visits to Old Trafford. Do you get that? 18 of their 23 visits to Old Trafford. They've won just 2. They've won 2 in their last 3 seasons. That was when I'm saying that was when Gareth Bale took the ball from midfield, ran all the strikers and the defenders, and he scored that fantastic goal. Yeah. So let's say United are going to win, because their opening day defeat to Swansea last season was their first since 1972. the 72-73 season.
Okay.
So you don't normally see United losing games or something of that sort. They normally win the games, and I'm going for United win. All things being equal.
United win.
A United win.
Okay, thank you very much. Kobe says he's going for United win, and Prince too says he's going for United win. Guys, let's go on to the next game. A match that I think most Ghanaians would love to watch. They would never want to miss such a match. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Bournemouth just came to the Premier League this season after a very successful season in the Championship. The Ghanaian wonder kid, Christian Atsu, having had a tough time to settle in at Everton, it's now at Bournemouth. And one of the fantastic lads I've always enjoyed watching, the Africans, Mokanjo of Cameroon, is also part of their team. So it looks like their wings or their planks is going to be very great. Bournemouth, Aston Villa, quickly.
With Aston, I'll start with Aston Villa because they have lost.
Aston Villa, not forgetting Ghanaian Jordan Ayew.
Yeah.
The brother of Dede Ayew and the son of Abedi Pele, Maestro Pele. So these two Ghanaian players both meeting in their first season. That's Atsu's second season and Jordan's first season. And we also saw Jordan last season at Lorient in French League One. How is it going to be for these two players? And what is your opinion about this?
Generally, I will start with Aston Villa because Aston Villa last year they struggled a lot. They struggled a lot, and their position was, I think, somewhere 17, and they were a bit lucky to survive the league. And starting this season and losing their main striker in the shape of Benteke to Liverpool, I think that it will affect them in terms of up front. But bringing in another young star who had young exploration at Lorient in the French league, but coming into a league, competitive league like EPL, where there is much pace in the game, where there is much physique in the game, I think that he will struggle a little bit. But I'm not forgetting that Ayew is somebody who is a player. He has the skill and he has the pace. So with that attribute that he has, I think that he'll be able. That will help him to also fit into the Premiership. And then talking about Bournemouth, I think that coming into from Championship, they won the Championship. I think that they won the Championship, and I think that coming into this one and having their maiden game in the Premiership, I think that they also have made some nice additions, some players with experience who have had some experience in the Premiership. I think that it will be a nice game. And talking about the Ghanaian perspective, that is the Ghanaian interest. But Ayew featuring in for Aston Villa, and I think Christian Atsu, he has also had a year experience in the Premiership, but it was quite unfortunate that he couldn't play as expected of him. But I think that with that experience, coming in with that experience, I think that he now understands the game than the previous years. So in my opinion, I think that he will be able to maybe do something better than what he did last year.
So,
and I think that it will be a nice game. But in my prediction, I think that Aston Villa will carry the day, because Aston Villa is a team that has been in the Premiership for a quite long time, and they have experience in it. And a new team coming into the Premiership, I think that it will be something difficult for them to compete with somebody who have established themselves in the league. So on the day, I think that Aston Villa will carry the day, in my opinion.
Okay, Prince claims Aston Villa is going to carry the day, and that's a good friend of mine will always say, always be cautious of the new boys. They might cause surprises. Corey, Patrick, just a quick one, then we move on to the next game.
Bournemouth, Aston Villa. Believe you me, it's going to be a fantastic game to watch. Listen, the last two teams to have gained promotion to the Premier League have all won their opening day matches. In the shape of Reading, they won their opening day match. Hull City also won their opening day match. And Aston Villa have had the chance to be playing let's say newly promoted sides on the day one of the Premiership. 3 good times, and they have never won. They have never had a win. Do you get it? They've lost twice and drew just one. So you can imagine. And Bournemouth are also coming into the season, winning the championship coming. I think they are going to make a statement in the league. Going in for Max Gradle. Max Gradle, as we all know, that is a Ivorian international. He used to be at Leeds United. He went to France. He scored 17 goals in the French league last season. So you can imagine he is going to also make a statement. That he was the player that Mourinho was saying Bournemouth is signing a player who can even play for any of the top flight teams. Do you get it? So I think they are here to stay. Christian Atsu, I want to let me put my nation also at heart. I would want to see Christian Atsu signature in or at Bournemouth, because I never really saw him well at Everton. He wasn't getting the playing time. Sometimes like a bit part player, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and those kind of, you wouldn't get the best out of a player if he's being used at those kind of positions. Let's not forget, Aston Villa have lost their talisman, the talismanic striker, Christian Benteke. A fantastic footballer by all standards.
Is Jordan, are you going to be able to,
I think,
create
Jordan
his own shoe or feeling in?
I understand,
those shoes?
But let's not forget, Jordan Ayew is not an out-and-out striker. He's not. And Fabian Delph also pledges allegiance, I'm not going anywhere, and the next day we heard he has signed. So what is happening? I don't see Aston Villa winning this game. Okay. I don't see them winning this game.
So you go for Bournemouth?
Yeah, I'm going for a Bournemouth win. I'm going for a Bournemouth win.
Okay, thank you very much, Kobe. Bournemouth win. Princess is going for an Aston Villa win. I think we will sit here again and God willing after the games, and maybe the person who will lose will just buy a drink for us. Okay, so let's go on to our next match. That will be Everton Watford. Everton was just a quick one. Press, a quick one of Everton Watford.
Watford too is a new team, and this is the first time they'll be featuring in the Premiership. With Everton, everybody knows Everton. Everton they've even won the Champions League before, and we know their performance in the Premiership over the years. I think that with Aston Villa, with Everton, they haven't lost so many of their key players. I think that with Lukaku still up front there, with some of their defensive back line, I think that Everton too is a team to.
So do you think Everton is? Today I was just having a chat with a friend when I was coming, and the friend told me Everton, their beginning is bad. They are always the end well in the Premier League. So how can Everton start on a good note this time around?
I hope so. I just hope so, because in football nobody can predict. Because today,
but we have just predicted some games, and people have been predicting
with certainty. Sometimes
so Everton, do you think they can shut us all up by winning?
With Everton, yeah, I can say that at the end of the day, in my opinion, Everton will carry the day. But they shouldn't underestimate Watford.
Thank you very much. Princess claiming Everton is going to carry the day, and we shouldn't underestimate Watford. Kobe,
Patrick. Everton, Watford. It's also going to be a nice game, you know. Watford are also coming from the Championship into the season. But then let's not forget, Everton they've conceded more goals on the opening day of the season than any other team, conceding 35 goals than any other team in the Premier League. So you can understand. I don't know if they are going to win or what. Even should they win, I think they are still going to concede a goal, because the stats are telling us that they've conceded more goals on the opening day of the season than any other team. And Watford also, their last defeat on the opening day of the season was in 2006-2007 season, and it was ironically against Everton.
Then I think it's a payback time.
Something of that sort. Maybe Watford would be like, no, this time around I don't think they would have to beat us. So I think a draw, because Lukaku is not going to feature in the game.
They have made some signings. Delafoe.
Gerard Delafoe was there last season.
Yeah.
He was there last season.
No, he was there last 2
seasons. Sorry, last
for
2
loan,
seasons.
and he went back, and
he has come back. He is a fantastic footballer. He is a fantastic footballer. He went to Sevilla. He was in the Sevilla team who played in the Europa. Yeah, and they won. He's a fantastic footballer by our standards.
So,
and they have how do you call it? Tom Cleverley from United, from Aston Villa last season. He was there, and I think how do you call it? It's going to be either a draw or a slim win for Everton.
So probably no one is going for Watford.
I can't stick my neck out on that.
Maybe after the program, I'll ask my producer, and he might go for Watford. Straight to the Leicester City and Sunderland game. Our own man, Jeffrey Swap is here. What's your prediction for that?
Before I predict, I would like to
add something small.
Yeah, with Leicester City last year, getting at the end of the season, they came up very strongly.
This is the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I know for that, because we ended and then we are using that to enter into a new. So we have to look at what your performance, what you did last year, and I think that with that same performance and with few inclusion and coming into this new season, I think that they can at least do something. And with Sunderland too, last year they were struggling a little bit.
And my own man, Coach Dick Advocate, has taken over the realms of affairs. So
with new coach and with new technical ideas, I think that you're able to fix some things and then try to make some few changes, tactical changes, and then try to improve upon last season.
So what will be your prediction?
With my prediction, I'll give it a draw.
A draw. Wow, a draw. Kobe. Norwich Crystal Palace. Let me say I'm the only Ghanaian to support Crystal Palace. I have just opened that live on the TV.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I just loved how they played last season. Last season, it was just a joy to watch them, how they would play, and my striker, the Congolese. Bolasi. Yeah, Yannick Bolasi was push.
Tormenting defenders.
I just can't find a way. Your prediction, a quick one. Crystal Palace,
Norwich City, Crystal Palace. Right?
Yeah.
The match is going to be played at Carroll Road. Yeah. Norwich are winless in their last 12 opening day matches. So you can imagine, they are winless in their last 12 opening day matches.
Okay, so they are going to lose.
Probably, I think they are going to lose because Norwich somehow they've made some fantastic signings. Yusuf Mulumbu, he's already had the taste from West Brom coming. How do you call it? Robbie Brady, the young chap who was at Manchester United, went to Hull City. He played very well, and now he's at Norwich. So I think they can make a stick. But Crystal Palace, who have already been there, they could cause a havoc or it could be a draw.
Okay, Kobe says Crystal Palace could cause a havoc or it's going to be a draw. And I believe Alan Pardew might cause a havoc now.
Because somehow he was saying from the time that he took over, let's say we are being judged from that time to let's say the end, that was going to be the only period that we played the league. He was going to be in safe position. Looking at the points that you accused
he did
very well, fantastic.
Now guys, the match of the minute. The match, no one just missed that match for anything of that sort. It's Swansea City and Chelsea. Chelsea against Swansea City at the Stamford Bridge. The champions of England for last season. And Chelsea being led by Jose Mourinho.
Number one.
And Swansea with one of Ghana's favorite sons, Andre Dedayu, with his number 10 jersey. How do you say it, Kobe? How do you say it?
Well, Chelsea, Swansea City is going to be a nice game. Swansea have never won against Chelsea. They've never won against Chelsea. It's one thing that I'm a bit scared of. But I'm looking at a Chelsea team without Diego Costa. Chelsea without Diego Costa. I think he was going to be like, I'm going to be passed. I'm going to do anything possible to play the match or something, because their matches without him it was something else. They looked like an ordinary side, because you were not seeing anybody up front who was posing as.
This season they have
signed Falcao, Nathan Kennedy, Asmir Begovic. Those are the only signings.
Do you think these signings can have an impact on
I don't see any one of them making any impact.
You don't see anyone?
I don't see any one of them, because Thibaut Courtois, if he's staying fit, I don't see where Asmir Begovic is going to bench him.
And Falcao,
the almighty Peter Cech has even moved on. You get it? So I don't see Asma Begovic.
Do you think Falcao is going to rediscover his form? The Falcao we all knew.
Patrick, I'm hoping Mourinho could inject something new. For once, I love Falcao, and I know he was not given the chance at Manchester United. For that one, I will clearly say it. He was not given that much. You see, when you are being given much playing time, it boosts your confidence. Sometimes you could see Falcao playing the game. I remember their game against Leicester City. Falcao gave an assist to Van Persie to score the first goal. You were seeing his footprint on the game. All of a sudden, he was substituted, and you could see there was nobody up front. Because Van Persie was not a Van Persie that United bought him from Arsenal. He was not last season.
So probably, what would be your take? Your prediction? Prince will take the Swansea side. You are taking the Chelsea side.
I think Chelsea could still win. I'm looking at Chelsea that they are saying they don't have a broad squad. They don't have, but I don't see anything stopping them from making any signings. Nobody's controlling their affairs for them. They are doing it themselves. So I don't see why they
We will have a talk about the transfer season after the transfer news after the transfer period is I still see Chelsea. I still see Chelsea to be contenders of the season, and I see them to be winning tomorrow. Okay.
Against Swansea.
Kabi claims he still sees Chelsea contenders of the season for the Barclays Premier League. Friends, Swansea City. Andre Dudai.
With Swansea, what I can say is that they are not lucky.
I'm not taking away your time of talking about Chelsea away from you. I'm not taking it away from you. But basically, I want you to talk about Swansea.
With Swansea, with Gary Monk being their being their head coach, I think that last season they were doing well. They were quite well. And last season they really did really well. And adding the DIU, who also a young player who is very determined, versatile, in my opinion, is somebody who's determined, and bringing him on board, I think that it will at least add some kind of ginger their spirit. It will add some kind of spices to their game. With Swansea, what I can say is that they are not lucky to meet Chelsea, because with reason behind Chelsea for over 16 years now, successively, they haven't been beaten, or they haven't lost a game, their first game. When they are starting the Premiership, they haven't lost their first game.
So do you think that is going to have an impact on the match?
With him, a new player, I think that the impact will be there, but you are facing Chelsea.
He has been doing well during the preseason games, and
yeah, he's doing well in the prison, but don't forget that you are starting it with defending champion.
So you side with Kobe that Chelsea is going to win.
No matter what Chelsea is.
Jose Mourinho will say thank you to him for believing in him and his guys. Chelsea is going to win, as my panelists are saying. Next on the blog, we will go to Sunday's first game. That will be Arsenal versus West Ham. A London derby. It's always great to be in London. So a London derby is also a great one. How do you say, Prince? Arsenal having a very great and magnificent preseason. They won about 3 trophies during their preseason. And coming into this game, beginning with a London derby at the Emirates Park, with only one sign. They made only one sign, which I know and I believe you talk about.
With Arsenal, their team, they don't have to. They have the spine of their team, and I know that Arsenal, the spine of their team is in midfield. And last year, over the years, they've been struggling at the goalkeeping department, and now that they have Peter Cech, with that huge experience, so much experience in about 10 years of experience of the Premier League at their post, I think that they will be a force to reckon with entering into this new season. With Arsenal, I was thinking that Cochrane, I think that last season he did very well, but they should have a backup. Somebody, if Cochrane is not there, somebody who can fill up the position and then play. Arsenal, previous years, they have been unlucky with injuries. Injuries have been striking them, and it's been affecting their performance.
So this season, every season we can predict that there is going to be injuries. Even Wilshere is injured, as we are talking. With injuries and everything, and with this West Ham side, they did a little bit good last season. What do you think is going to happen? Can Arsenal win their first and continue to win after beating Chelsea in the Community Shield last week?
Yeah, I think that Arsenal will win.
So you go for an Arsenal
I'll
win?
go for Arsenal because their preseason, they have a good preseason. They had a good preseason, and then winning against Chelsea over, I think over 10 years or so, they find it very difficult. For instance, when Jose Mourinho is in charge at Chelsea,
they haven't won against him before.
and then having to win against Mourinho last season, it will give you some morale. It will, give them some motivation entering into. And then with West Ham, I think that West Ham wouldn't pose so much threat to them because last year I saw that with West Ham they had a player of Alisson. He did very well. He added some skill in their midfield, and then coming into this match that with an injury that is not available for the game, I think that it will at least affect their midfield, because with Arsenal with so much talent in their midfield, having Ozil, having Ozil, having two kind of players with such quality and such talent, I think that West Ham is in for a match. And
so
then
Arsenal is going to win.
Arsenal is going to win.
Okay, Arsenal is going to win. Kobe.
Yeah.
Continuation of a very good form during the preseason, winning against Chelsea during the Community Shield, something that most of us didn't see it coming. Most people in the football fraternity didn't see it coming. As a winger beating Jose Mourinho at the Wembley, not any normal stadium, at the Wembley. What is your take on that game? Arsenal versus West Ham in their opening game of 2015-2016.
I think and I believe Arsenal are there. Just as most of their legends and most pundits are saying, they need just a striker. An addition to Olivier Giroud. Arsenal, I don't see them giving us any other excuses anymore this season, unless perhaps maybe anything different should happen. Like my brother said, Francis Coquelin, as Wenger said in January, that he was like a 60 million player. He was like a signer. He did so well, and he is still fantastic. But I'm asking myself, who is replacing Francis Coquelin? Should he be injured? I don't see Mikel Arteta having that strength to be doing those kind of things that he's doing.
He's going on.
Do you get it? Yeah. But yes, still, I still see Arsenal winning the game because they've won their last 9 matches against West Ham, and they are unbeaten in their last 14. You get, they are unbeaten in their last 14 against West Ham.
So Arsenal is winning.
Arsenal are winning because West Ham have also been the team in the Premiership who have lost more matches on opening day than any other side.
West Ham, so probably
they've
Arsenal
lost 9 matches, and they are playing the game at Emirates. Fine, West Ham have made some nice additions to their team. Dimitri Payet coming from Marseille. He's a fantastic midfielder. Angelo Ubona also coming from Juventus.
Juventus, a very
a nice defender, a bullish defender that I will
big man.
Yeah, I will term it. But yes, though, Arsenal is going to be Arsenal. They are going to play their fantastic football and they are going to win.
Arsenal is going to be Arsenal, and Kobe and Prince probably claims Arsenal is going to win. So I think Sunday's London Derby is going to be a match to watch. Let's go on to the next match. Prince, quickly, just the prediction. Newcastle versus Southampton. Southampton have had a very good season last season. I remember I argued with a journalist during the beginning of last season that they showed about more than half of their first 11. More than half of their first 11, and I think 8 players or so. But in the end, they had a fantastic season last season. This season, they have sold Schneiderlin. But still, they look strong. As they go into this match against Newcastle United, who have changed their coach, I think the new man is in now. What do you think about the game? Just the prediction, something small, and we go on with the rest of
With Southampton, with the performance they displayed last season, I think that coming into this game facing Newcastle, who struggle in last season's game, I think that with Southampton, I think that Southampton will carry the day. In my opinion, Southampton is winning.
Okay, thank you very much, and that was quick. Prince claims Southampton is going to carry the day and continue with their great season they had last year. Kobe, just a quick one. Steve McLaren is now in as the new Newcastle coach. An Englishman, had a taste outside. You don't probably see English coaches going outside. Quick, just a prediction and we go.
I think Southampton is either going to win or is going to be a draw. I don't see Newcastle winning.
Okay, Southampton is either going to win or going to be a draw. The prediction for the Liverpool City match, and Kobe will take the Man City West Brom match. What's your prediction for that game? We'll take on that game.
I might take Liverpool going to Britannia Stadium, Stoke City. Stoke City, they have a trademark of defensively,
but
physically.
Mike Hughes
changed last season.
Last season
we were playing so well. The ball was on the turf.
So your prediction for that game? Do you think Liverpool, with their new signings, new boys, some old boys, and their legend, Steven Gerrard, salute senior living, do you think he can make?
I don't see Liverpool making that huge impact, or maybe winning the game, because last year that was their last game they played when the season ended, and then they lost 6-1 to Stoke. So coming into this game with losing some key players in the shape of Steven Gerrard, their skipper, and then losing a player in the caliber of Raheem Sterling, a young, energetic player who I think, in my opinion, last season he did well. He did extremely well with that pace and with that dribbles and with that.
So do you think Liverpool can pay back, or maybe a revenge, or Stoke City can continue to beat Liverpool?
I think that Liverpool, they have made some new inclusion. They are many signings, and I think that those players, they are yet to gel. So it will take time for them to gel, and then facing Stoke City, who have the spine of their team.
Your prediction?
So I think that it will be a draw.
It will be a draw
for them.
Okay. Kobe.
Yeah.
West Bromwich Albion versus Manchester City. Raheem Sterling is in. He's the. Let me say, they have made other signings, Roberts and the like. But Raheem Sterling is the. Let me say, team. He's the key guy they have signed this season. What's your take? Just a quick one, and we move on to the French League.
City, I say, they drew just once in their last 6 opening game matches in the playoffs. If you want 5 of them, drew just once, and they have not lost a game at their trip to the Hawthorns. Do you get that? So I don't see West Brom posing so much of a threat, even with some new inclusions at West Brom. James McLean and 1 or 2 other players being included. I still see City also winning the game. Raheem Sterling has also brought a lot of bites up front. So the pace.
Can you give a prediction?
They are winning. City are going to win
with Raheem Sterling. And that's where my experts, Prince and Kobe, giving us a very in-depth analysis on the Barclays Premier League 2015-2016 season. Sorry. We'll quickly move on to the French League 1. This evening, one of the biggest matches we all love to watch is Lille playing against Paris Saint-Germain. I'll just ask my experts for their opinion before we move on to the other matches, whereby Olympique Marseille will be playing this weekend, and Olympique Lyonnais, a team that always I claim that it's Ghanaian's team. Probably when ACN was there, all Ghanaians had the love for Olympique Lyonnais, but I don't know if the love is still there. So Kobe.
Yeah.
First of all, let me take your let me have your take on the little Paris Saint-Germain game. PSG. And don't forget, PSG, sorry, have a new slogan, the CIA. Real Madrid has BBC, Barcelona has
and now CIA.
CIA.
I think we are.
So
we are,
let me say CIA, but Angel Di Maria is not going to start.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's not playing. He's not eligible.
Okay, so the A is there, so, but the CI is starting.
The CI, it's even questionable because I is not going to play.
I too is not going to play.
Yeah, I think he's
okay,
not. He's
but C is
Cavani is going to play.
Okay, so a quick one. Lille against Paris Saint-Germain, the champions of Ligue 1 for last season.
I still would want to say Nasser Al Khalifa, after his takeover from Paris Saint-Germain, he has really brought them to that level that they were maybe some years back. They've also, let's say, like, made people also have a feel, or like people also interested in the French league. Sometimes past people will say it was a boring league, it was whatever, but now the French league is also coming back and they are still they are up there. Paris Saint-Germain last season bowed out to Barcelona in the Champions League. I think the quarterfinal or something. Yeah, the quarterfinal, they bowed out to Barcelona. Monaco also. I mean, they did their own thing at the same stage.
During the preseason, they had a very good preseason. During some assists of Ibrahimovic, were very nice. They won some matches. Do you think they can beat Lille this season?
I think I wouldn't be. Okay, well, let me not be hasty. Let me not be hasty to jump and say they are going to win the league, but they are going to win this game tonight against Lille.
Thank you very much, Kobe. Kobe claims
PSG is carrying the day, and I wouldn't be surprised if they carry the day with 2-goal margin.
Okay.
One last thing, they've not lost most of their players. It's just Johan Cabaye who has moved to Crystal Palace. Yeah. So you could still see their team is still linked. Johan Cabaye was even a French player.
Yeah.
He wasn't that player who had stamped his authority on the team, who was playing week in, week out, benching most of the players. No.
Guys,
so I still see.
On that note, then you still see.
I still see PSG maybe going to be crowned champions. I know it's still early days.
France says they are going to win with the
2-goal margin.
That means a handicap win.
Probably.
That's a handicap win. Yeah. And Kobe is claiming he believes they are going to win and continue to even win the trophy. Yeah. Let's move on to tomorrow's game. Olympique de Marseille versus CM. Marseille have lost some key players. Seriously. What's your take on that?
Olympique Marseille, I don't know what is happening. I just don't know what is happening to Olympique Marseille. Now the day is no more with them. He has moved on. He's now in the Premiership with Swansea, but they still have how they call it, Toyven. He's a fantastic footballer. A left-footed, a French young chap who is coming up. I think Marseille are going to win against Caen tomorrow. Marseille are going to win
against Caen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Kobe claims Marseille is going to win against Caen tomorrow. And one thing we have to know about this game is, I just asked a guy on my way to this place that Marseille have lost so many players, and he told me, but they have one person. Who is that? I said Marcelo Bielsa, their coach.
Yeah.
And I said, he told me he did it at Atletico Bilbao, so he can do it at Marseille too. This season being his second season probably. Prince, Marseille against Caen.
I think that is a Marseille win.
It's a Marseille win. Okay.
It's a Marseille win.
Okay, Prince too claims it's a Marseille win. Quickly, let's go back to Prince again for Monaco against Nice. It's going to be played at Nice Stadium. Monaco against Nice. Monaco is playing away. How do you see that match? Just a quick one.
With Monaco, they are a team to watch because last season they proved so many people, so many pundits wrong with their exploits in the Champions League, able to go unbeaten for some time, and then it took Juventus to kick them out of Champions League at the quarter final.
And they have lost some key players. Kondo be at that midfielder. He has left for International Milan. That's Inter Milan.
Yeah, for that one, it's true.
Is it going to leave a vacuum in their midfield?
It's going to leave a
But
vacuum.
still, you go for a Monaco win.
Still, I go for a Monaco.
Okay, thank you very much. Kobe, Prince
Yeah.
claims he's going for a Monaco win. Monaco against Nice.
Monaco.
A quick
Let's
one.
say like they surprised a lot of people last season in Europe and a lot, but they've lost players like you're saying. Falcao hasn't been on his best. He has not even played in the last 2 seasons for them. Berbatov has also moved on. It's also a big question mark.
Yeah.
Berbatov has
Berbatov
moved on.
too,
Yeah, Jeffrey Kondombia is no more there, and one defender. Yeah, he's also moved on. So I think a slim win for Monaco will do.
A slim win for Monaco. Do thank you very much, guys. Our last pick. That's Olympic Lyonnais against Lorraine. It's going to be played on Monday, probably. It's a late kickoff. Olympic Lyonnais, Ghanaian's team. That was our team. Someone asked me the day you played for Marseille. He's also a Ghanaian. But how Ghanaians fell in love with Lyon when Essien was there was a very massive one. Lorraine, let's not forget Bukanjo is there, a very new signing. And also our man Abdul Majid Waris. He has left Trabzonspor, gone back to France. We all believe he had a long stint at Valenciennes last 2 seasons, and now he's back in the Ligue 1. So he knows a little bit about the league against Lyon. Prince, what's your take on that game? A quick one.
With Lyon, because Lyon had been a team to watch in the French league, and they have dominated it for some time now. And for now, it's just that PSG with their new bankroller coming in, buying some new players that have changed the position of Olympique Lyonnais. Because in the past now, the Lyon was carrying the French football in Europe. They were playing so much well, and it took PSG to change the paradigm, to shift the paradigm. So I think that with Olympique Lyonnais, with their caliber and not losing so much players and making some inclusion, I think that they will carry.
They have a very good season too last year.
Last year too, they had a very good season. So
Lorraine with Waris coming in after Jordan. Are you left Ghanaian now? Ghanaian out, Ghanaian probably.
No, you add some bite up front, but I don't think it will be that huge to
give Lorraine a win
to surprise Olympic.
A win to surprise Olympic.
No, they can't win.
Okay,
surprise. So I
Prince.
think that Olympic Lyonnais is carrying the day.
Okay, Prince is still on the stand that Olympic Lyonnais is going to carry the day. Probably a quick one.
I want to see Raphael make an impact. I want to see him play at Lyon, and I really want to see him at his best again, as he used to have in the early stages at his career at United. And also Majid Waris also playing for Lyon. I also want to see him play. But at the end of the day, Lyon are going to carry the day.
Okay, at the end of the day, Lyon are going to carry the day. Thank you, Kobe.
Yeah.
We have discussed about a lot about the French League One, the Premier League season, which is coming back too. Right now, what are the 3 key players to look out for this weekend? 3 key players in the Premier League and the French League One. We start with the Premier League.
The Premier League, I think it's going to be Memphis Depay, as he is rushing to be in the number 7 jersey. And I think with his confidence, like I'm saying, I really want to see him make a very great deal of impact in the season. And also, I want to see Jordan Ayew.
Okay.
I know he's got a flair and everything, but I want to see him use that thing.
Depay, Jordan
Ayew and Peter Cech.
Okay. What about the French League One?
The French Ligue 1, like I said, Raphael is somebody that I want to see make an impact this weekend. Majid Waris, another French player, and Mokanju. Okay. You see, I really want to see the African players making
excelling
impact. Excelling in Europe, and also they've been doing well in the French league as well.
Okay.
So I want to see those 3 key players.
Okay.
Okay.
French. Kobe claims he wants to see Czech, Jordan Ayew, and probably Memphis Depay in the Premier League shining. Mokanjo,
Waris
Raphael in the French League. you went for the new players, you can opt for the old players too, or you to maybe you are tired of the old players and the new players, you will love to see them excel. And everybody knows that Hazard will have a season. There are some key players or the old players already. What are the key players, the 3 key players you want to see excel in the Premier League and French League One this weekend?
This weekend I want to see Eden Hazard to excel, because last season he had a phenomenal season and he did well, so I expect him to even improve on that. And then if you see Hazard improving, it means that Chelsea is carrying the game. So another player I want to also see to make an impact is the new inclusion of Memphis Depay for Manchester United, because last year he performed really well in Holland, PSG and Robin. He did very well, scored some fantastic goals. So I expect him to transfer that form into the Premiership this weekend. And I also want to see Benteke, because he was in Aston Villa, and Aston Villa he wasn't having that spotlight, but coming into Liverpool he has the platform now, so he should try to exhibit. I want him to prove that Everton wasn't Aston Villa wasn't that, so he has
let me say it's a stepping stone.
So yeah, I expect him to deliver in Liverpool.
And France?
And in France, this weekend I expect Cavani, because last season he was complaining that he wasn't playing at the position he preferred, and I think that at the latter stage he was playing at that position and he did very well. And this season I think that he will make an impact in the French League, and also I want to see maybe Matuidi to make an impact also there, and also maybe Pastore.
Okay, thank you very much. But I think all of you gave different players, but Prince opted for the old ones. You opted for the new. You like new things, Richard.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for making a date with us on the first edition of this season's Eurofoot. Especially came to help me analyze the games objectively, where Kobe Jesse and Prince Adujamfi. I'm Patrick Osuansa, the host for the day, and wait till next week when we will bring you a review of the matches that will be played this weekend. Shalom. Peace.